Humboldt State University Athletic Department, back here in the Waco Center today for another edition of the Coaches Show. And our guest today in this segment is head football coach Mike Kellar. Coach, great to see you today.
See you.
Hey, beautiful Saturday in Fairmont, West Virginia, getting a win up there at Rozier Field for the first time since 2011. To beat them up there, of course, you know, your ties to that school as well had to be special getting that W up there.
Well, it's as we've talked about before. I mean, I was born and raised in Clarksburg. My house, my dad actually went to Mannington High School. My mom went to Shiston High School. So where my house is at is probably about 14, 15 minutes from their campus. 20 if I'm taking a slow day. So yeah, it's you know, that area is home for me. I had a lot of my Harrison County buddies and Marion County buddies were on the sideline. It's good to see those guys who a lot of them went to Fairmont, you know, rooting for Glenville. It was the weather cooperated. I mean, it was probably nicer to West Virginia State in that game last week. It was probably nicer to November games as I've had a long time. And then the team played well, you know, to go up there and win a game on the road. Every time we win, it seems like you tell me some record that you know, it hasn't happened here in so many years. So we hadn't won since 2011 up there. You know, the battle of the bid to get that thing back in our facility is always a good thing, and most importantly to me, to see the kids in the program develop and take the next step.
Yeah, you're right. It was, I know I was coming from the cross country championships. I rolled in there, and it was my vehicle said it was 81.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But we again, you know, so I'm gonna backtrack here because when I got there, you were down 24-14.
Right.
So it was back and forth. Went up 14-10. Had some adversity, couldn't finish off a couple of drives, and Fairmont goes up 24-14 at the half.
Right.
Talk about, you know, that. Let's talk about the first half.
Well, they get the ball, and we talked all week. You know, Jason Woodman and I coached together for 3 years, and they're really good with their openers. I mean, he's really good at seeing how you play and putting some plays together that could get you offense. And we're pretty good with them ourselves. I think in our 10 games, you know, we scored an opening drive. I think 7 of them. Yeah. 2 of them we scored in the second drive. So, you know, they come out and they hit their openers and they go right on the field and they kick a field goal 3-0 in. And we respond, you know, with ours and go right down. And it's 7-3 us. I believe they hit a one play, a little RPO. Brandon Penn, who we think is as good a player as there is in this league, tries to rob the run. They get a guy behind him. Unfortunate. They hit the slant and they're right back up. Then we get the ball and we hit a big play ourselves. A little bubble snag concept and Zay Huff, who's having a really good year for us, catches it and turns it outside, and we hit Orion Barner for the touchdown. Yeah. We're back up. Goes back and forth. They score. We have a couple 3-and-outs. You know, just drop pass here, missed a block there, missed a throw here. You know, just didn't really sustain offense. And then right before the half, they had a free throw in the end zone. I should have called a timeout and not given that free throw. And to be honest with you, I looked at the clock and I thought, well, if I call a timeout, they still get a chance. They get to get organized and have the free throw, you know, or the free throw deep to the end zone. So I didn't call it. We were in cover 2. Corner didn't sink. Safety was there. You know, Sean Stone's a great player. There, makes the play. Kid goes up, makes a play, and goes in. And it's 24-14 now. Gave the team a couple minutes at halftime to get their frustrations out amongst each other, and me as a coach to kind of get my thoughts gathered. And I just called the team up. You know, it's a weird situation for Fairmont. You got to change in the outfield there. Or on the baseball field. And I just said, if we let that play bother us, we are not going to win this game. If we get over that play and move on, you'll win by 10 points. I really believed that they were going to have a hard time stopping us all week because we have so many different weapons, and I felt pretty confident going into the game. But I know they got a lot of offensive weapons, so I wasn't, you know, too sure. But I felt once I saw the game, I said, if we could just settle down, we've really stopped them defensively. We just gave up a couple bad plays. That's uncharacteristic of us, and I really thought we could win the game going away. Now it proved to be so when we jumped out to the lead in the third quarter, but then they made a run at the end and made it a really close game.
Well, in that third quarter, I mean, like, you kept our defense on there almost the whole third quarter.
Yeah.
Had the drive, and then you get it back and drove it down, and then made the decision to kick the field goal there at the end, which proved to be, you know, fortuitous. It worked out.
Sure.
So you go to the fourth quarter, tied.
Yeah.
Get a special teams play. Get the ball back, another big play, but within 20 minutes, you're up 38-24.
Well, I told the team at the half, I said, we get the ball, let's go down and score. And then it cuts to 3. I said, they really haven't. They had the one play where they hit the slant, and they had the Hail Mary. Oh, they haven't done a whole lot offensively. You think they have, because you think like fans think. If you really look at the football game, if you really look at the game, they really haven't done a whole lot. And, and it proved to be true because we get the score, our defense holds them, we go down, we have a couple 3-and-outs. See, we only got 8 yards in the whole third quarter against them. So defensively we played pretty well. And then, the whole team wanted to go for it in the first play of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I said, no, kick the field goal. And I told them when they came off the field, I said, boys, we're going to be right back down here. I mean, we've been moving the ball all day, so we can win the game. And then defense holds them, and J.J. Maris, our special teams coordinator, and J.J. went through it personally. His mother passed last week, and Brandon Penn, blocks a punt, and he goes right to Mark Shepard. He catches it, runs it in for a touchdown, and I just couldn't help but think, with everything that we were going through as a football team, what that did, for J.J. personally and for our team and our program. And that puts us up 7, at Fairmont in the fourth quarter. Defense holds them, and we've been running a little bubble play all day long. We opened the game up with it, and we had a little play where we faked the bubble and sent Zay out down the sideline, and their corner bit up, and the safety kind of stayed with the inside guy. And Zay's wide open. It puts us up, what was it, 38-24 at the time.
Yeah.
And then you really got to control the game. But, Fairmont's got a lot of dynamic offensive players. They got a good scheme, and they weren't about to give up.
Yeah, and then fortunately, they missed the extra point, and then they had the 2-point conversion that you stopped, and then you had to run the clock out at the end.
Well, we had them stopped a couple of times. They ran a draw play on 3rd and long for 20-some yards. Good play call. Kids, one of the best rushers in the league. And then we had 3rd and 17, and we're in cover 2, and our corner chases the inside seam, and they throw the out route. If we could just take about 5 mistakes a game out, we would really be good. But for whatever reason, whether it's just what we're doing or our youth or whatever it is, we've got to correct those few plays. Because if we get those corrected, then we get a chance to be really special moving forward.
Well, we've got the season finale this week out here, in Moore Stadium with the West Lane Bobcats coming. Coach Dwayne Martin, who's a good friend of mine. I've known him 30 years over there. And Dwayne, they've been in several games. I remember there's a couple they get away. So they're better than 1-9, obviously. But it's a team we're going to have to come out and play well.
Well, it's college football. You always got to play well. I mean, if you want to look at comparable scores, they lost to Concord by 2. They beat West Liberty beat them on a field goal last play of the game. So they got it. They're a much improved football team from where they were at a year ago. Schematically, I think they're improved. They got a good little staff over there. And our kids, we got a chance to be undefeated at home. We got a chance to win 3 straight. We got a chance, coming off a 3-win season and how low the program was during COVID, to have a 7-win season. I mean, we got a lot to play for. It's a weird week for us with, election day, but everyone's got to go through all those things.
They got the one receiver I know who's put up a lot of.
I think he's second league in receptions, and we're going to have to show up and play well to win the football game, and that's really our standard. Is really no matter who we're playing or where we're playing, it's how we play. And if we could keep our eye on the ball one more week with that, then we feel good about it. If you don't, then anything's possible. It's just what it is. It's college football.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Coach, it's been a fun year and real resilient, and very excited for Saturday. Want to invite everyone to come out here for the season finale. And it's going to be cooler, but still be 50 for November. I'll take that November 12th.
For sure. Remember 19, we were wearing winter jackets at this point, so it's a different time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach, appreciate you joining us today. Congratulations on the win, and thank you all for being with us out there. We'll talk to you next week.